All right, so today's video I'm going to be going over two trades. One was yesterday and then one was today. So the first trade is this one right here. Straight TP. I think this was for about 250 bucks in profits. There was a problem with this one, I will say. So I actually lost this trade. Lost about 213 bucks. I'll show the stats of it in a bit there. But basically, London market, London session over here. New York market opens, pushes up here, sweeps out. We come down here, create new range, taps back into that range, closes, taps back into equilibrium, extends further, closes, creating an inverse fair value gap. Entered off of this here on the NASDAQ, and then we got a little retracement up. Didn't get stopped out, but then we continue lower. That was a beautiful trade. Originally, my TP was for, I think, lows here or something like that, but I had entered off of two contracts. So I had my first TP around here and then my second one lower. So realistically, I would have hit first TP and then broke even after moving my stops to break even. All right. Yeah. So the reason I got stopped out here was I think it was this third candle. Yeah, this third bullish candle here. It didn't even close and I got stopped out. So on I guess Lucid on Lucid Trading there, I had entered two contracts on NASDAQ and I'm on a 25K Lucid Flex account. And I guess I looked it up on ChatGPT later on, but I guess according to chat, it says that Lucid Flex accounts, especially lower accounts like 25K Flex accounts rather than a 50K Flex account, when I enter something like two contracts or two units, and the market moves really quickly up, so say like moves really quickly into my drawdown, it can automatically flatten me out, which is what it did. So even though it went up and came back down and I would have hit full TP, I ended up losing that trade that day for minus 213 bucks, which pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know that was a thing, but it is what it is, I guess. But it pissed me off a little bit more, but also at the same time made me happy later on because I was on Instagram and I was seeing these traders that I follow and that have a lot of big following and they're profitable and they had made the exact same trade as me, such as like TJR and PB and uh, other traders like that. They made the exact same trades as me. So in a way, I'm really proud of that, but I just wish that I would have been able to make profit there. Okay, the second trade was, that's not a trade, that was just me. I faded that one. The second trade was all the way up here. Okay. Except this one was on yes. Try and pull it up here. Today, yeah, perfect. It was up here somewhere. Okay, yeah, yeah. It's not pulled up here exactly because it was on my phone that I had done this, but let me just try and find this real quick. Not, yeah, right here. So price had pushed up off of London, swept liquidity off of London session, both on ES and NASDAQ. But in this one, we had also swept New York highs, and we were in a daily fair value gap, and overall price wanted to go bearish, which was perfect. So my bias was bearish and everything. We can see on NASDAQ here, price had after the sweep, it had come down, and we didn't necessarily close below this fair value gap to create an inverse. But I've seen many traders later that day was showing that regardless, this was still the trade to go. Many did take the trade, many didn't take the trade because of that one fair value gap, inverse fair value gap right there. And then targeted lows, there was so many draws on liquidity lower. But I did not take it on NASDAQ. I thought that ES was the more bearish index, but regardless, they both had moved down. They had both made the move down. I had entered off of something like this. My stops. TP around London lows. Stops right there. Scale to the 1 minute. This was my trade. So full TP. But once again, I did not actually profit from this. I went 0-2 on trades, even though I had spotted out how good of a trade these have been. So for this one here, I had entered, I think it was off of this close right here, something like this. This close right here. I had entered, but this was during my graduation practice at school, so I was really bored. This was on my phone. I didn't really feel like doing that. So when I was doing this, I entered my trade, but I wasn't too familiar with on my phone, which is so stupid. I should know how to use my stop limits and my buying limits or sell limits. But anyways, I set automatic ones, and when I entered it, they were about here and here, so price automatically moved into it and stopped me out, and I lost profits. I went negative $80, I think. And then I re-entered, and then I finally figured it out. But price had moved all the way down to like about here or something, and I ended up cashing out at like positive 20. So overall, I ended the day with like negative 60, negative 65 or something because of that loss, and also because of my because of the nerves I had to keep it in here for this little amount of time. Because if I did, realistically, my stops weren't. I don't think my stops were this high. My stops were about here or something, and I would have lost up to here. I would have lost what, another $50, whereas I could have won it all back, and I could have made $150 in return or something like that. But that's just something I need to work on. So overall, I think there's 3 lessons I need to take away from this today to work towards the future. So the first one, in my opinion, has got to be I had these in my brain. What am I doing? So, where is this? Uh, Black here. Okay, so the first thing I think we need to work on, or I need to work on, sorry, is this trade right here. So to stay consistent with bias and overall trade. So what that means is don't be shy, don't be nervous. If I find a trade, if setup found, execute. So I need to learn to hold on to my trades and not just back out just because I'm nervous or shy or whatever you want to call it. The second one was with my other trades. So learn about the Lucid trading rules that I did not know. Annoyed me a little bit, pissed me off actually, but stay aware. So that being said, let's do 2 contracts. 2 contract sizes. Sizes would be for when I know price straight to TP, and I would do 1 contract when I know price might be more volatile. That's just for my evaluation, just get myself set up there and figure out what I'm doing. And then my third bias, or my third thing that I should work on today and for the future is to figure out trading on mobile. That being stop losses such as so my stop losses such as buy and sell stops. Buy and sell stops. And my limit orders. I got a plan ahead for my trades. So those 3 things that I really got to work on. Overall, I could have been in the green on my eval accounts entirely. I could have been up $300-400, but this shit happens and it is what it is. I'll have to move on and work towards bettering myself in the future. One thing I'm excited about though is how I'm seeing myself take trades that other famous, well, not famous, but like other traders have been taking, which means that I'm getting closer to finally understanding understanding day trading to its fullest and learning to what I should be learning. Now, if we head over to my Lucid, as you can see on that one day, minus $213, that was brutal. And then the other day, 650. So we can say our minus 213 quantity, that was 2 contract sizes. Then today I took 2 contract sizes, and that's what that was off of my bad move there. Not a good move. I placed my sell position, and then it stopped me out right away because my stop loss was right like 1 tick away, which not 1 tick away, but it was a couple more ticks away, but I didn't have time to figure that all out and fix that. And then my other one was only 1 contract size, and I did not hold on to it. So those are 3 mistakes I really need to work on. This could have been positive 150. This could have been just like 0, break even, and this could have been positive 250, if not more. And that's where it takes me to how we're minus 403 in drawdown. We could have been positive around 300 or something of that sort. So I'm hoping to see, might not trade these days depending on what's going on, but I'm hoping to see these days be filled with green, these days be filled with green, and hopefully the same here. Yeah.